feel like everyone says stand on business, but it's cliche. Can you stand on righteousness? Can you stand on principle? Can you stand on morale? Can you stand on virtues? Because a person with ill intent, a person with a negative mindset, a person with vibrating at a low frequency can stand on business, right? But can you stand on principle when it's costly? Can you stand on integrity when it's costly? Can you stand on morale when it's not convenient? Can you be righteous? Can you uphold righteousness, gratitude, and love when it's not convenient? When no one's watching? I feel like that's what we should stand on, especially as men. Because you can stand on business and be totally wrong. You can be not a good person and stand on business. So what are you really standing on? That's my only question. If you're not a moral man, if you're not a righteous man, if you don't uphold high morale, high virtue, if you're not an honorable man, are you really standing on business? So just an objective perspective on this, and just want to provoke thought, because a lot of there's terms and all these cliche phrases that go around, that are trendy, popular, and it's what do we let's dissect the true meaning. Let's dive deep into what these cliche, popular, trendy terms are really saying, and because they're part of the culture, they're part of everyday slang, everyday he say she say, right? So I just wanted to do a video on that because I think it's very, very important. Words are important. Words have meaning. Words have definition. And if we're not careful with the words that we speak, we can they can mislead a lot of young men and women, especially in the 20s and 30s. I'd say mid-late 20s, early mid-late 20s. That's when you're growing and you're learning, and without proper definition and analysis of what we say, words create life. Words create reality. So it's important to know what you're standing on, because that's the foundation. And if you have a weak foundation, what happens? So I think it's important to know and be specific and be intentional on what we're standing on. Because it's thrown around loosely. You stand on business, He stood on business, but did he really? Or did he stand on business? Or did he stand on ego? Or did he stand on pride? Did he stand on negativity? So it's just it's food for thought, and I think it's worth talking about. Let's get a set in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 10.